Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I'm your host, Bubba Starts, and you are here tonight for Love Noise. We got a real special episode for you all tonight. Before we get into it and introduce our special guest, I'll bring in my co-host, Wild Willie. What's happening, Willie? He's
Not
working.
much.
He's working. That's all good. I'll bring in Brad. Me and him will talk, and you can get some more work done, buddy. We're got last-minute changes to the show tonight, so we're going to let Willie go. We'll bring in Brad. What's going on, Brad? How you doing?
What's up? What's happening?
You've had a big week, man.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the last 7 days for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I think we can go ahead and cover it. I know the last few weeks we've been talking a lot about the contest that you were part of. Now, you didn't make it into the finals, but I think what you did was pretty commendable and worth sharing a little bit of that journey. You made it all the way into the quarterfinal round of this incredible contest. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I appreciate it. So it's called Entrepreneur of Impact, and it was Damon John's program from the Shark Tank, if you guys are familiar with him. But this is basically a program that highlights entrepreneurs, and you get to meet him for a mentorship session. You get a feature in Entrepreneur Magazine, and you win like $25,000 if you get first place. But we made a lot of progress. We raised a lot of money for Gen Youth, which helps underprivileged school children get meals that they need and to help them live an active physical lifestyle. So I'm regardless of what happened, as I mentioned with you guys, was really passionate about the cause for that. And while the competitive side in me wanted to win first, of course, I know that we made a very good impact and, learned a lot, met a lot of people, reconnected with a lot of great people through this, and really found out how big my support group and network really is. And I'm very thankful for all of you guys for supporting me on that journey and supporting the kids as well. So I did end up as sixth place overall in the program. So, out of hundreds of people throughout the country, I don't even know exactly how many people were in it originally, but I know I got sixth place. So I'm, I think the other people were just raising tons of money. I mean, I raised quite a bit, but they must have had Daddy Warbucks in their pocket or something. I'm not really sure, but.
And that was, something that we kind of knew we were going to be up against in that, right? People with deep pockets that could end up buying themselves into those next rounds. And unfortunately, that's kind of the downside to this. Now, it all went to a great cause. So I think that's where we feel a little bit better about that, right? But it doesn't change the fact that people without that can't really do that, right? So it's hard to say disappointed in it, right? Because finishing sixth out of who knows, right? It could have been thousands of people that started out in this thing. We have no idea how many people started on this journey with you, and to be someone that pulled it all the way up to that, to end up in sixth out of all those people. Hopefully you made some noise out there. You never know what doors are opening kind of outside of your veil, right? Kind of in the fog, and people that saw you and saw your business outside of that. I think that that's something that's kind of, it's easy to lose inside of not winning, right? Is that you were still in that top 10 of people that made it that far. And no doubt you turned some heads with Music Mogul AI and the money and the awareness that you were able to raise around the business over the course of the last several weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah. The awareness was great, for me and the company, obviously, for the kids, there's a lot of good that came out of it. And I'm very thankful for the journey and the process and for all the support that I got from everyone. I mean, from the free votes all the way to the $500 donations, that we got, which was fantastic. And I don't shortchange or slight that in any way. It's good. Like you said, there's sometimes everything happens for a reason, and I know that I trust that and believe in that. And yeah, I think there was plenty of good that came out of it. So it's definitely not a wash. I think it's a lot of the listeners here can probably relate to. It's almost like being nominated for an award and then just not winning it, so to speak. So I'm honored to have been nominated and even asked to join that program. And, you know, if there's always other rounds, maybe I'll do it again down the road or something. But I think it just really speaks to what we are creating and the change that we are making, the impact that Music Mogul AI is having on the scene and in the music industry right now. So, yeah, I'm thrilled to even have been a part of it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome. I mean, in some way we were able to be a part of it too. So I'm very grateful that, you know, we were able to spread the word about it through you and to get all the way up there. I think it really shows the community that we've built and the support system that we've really built out here. I know it got you to reach out to probably a lot of old friends as well. So really cool to kind of see that all come to fruition and get there. So really awesome to see it. I'm definitely excited for you in the future of Music Mogul AI. Obviously, you've been a big part of what we've been growing here, and we'll be a bigger part in the future. I think really starting to get this thing fired up and get it out there, get people using the platform and booking gigs and having their marketing done for them. Like, that's where it's really going to unlock. And with Phoenix Rise and the Scene projects starting to sign more artists now into management and mentorship contracts, having the school open on that side, I'm going to find some graphics and flyers to share with you guys on the show tonight as well. We got a lot of great stuff going on, right? Bringing people from that thought of I want to be a rock star to actually teaching them how to do just that. And to me, we've had a really good week across the entire ecosystem that we've built here, and I'm really excited about where it's all going to go from here. I'm going to dip out and actually do just that. I'm going to bring Willie back in. He
cut himself off.
He did. He cut himself off.
Well, that's all right, man. Willie, how are you, man?
I'm good, busy. Learning Pro Tools in school, and it's a whole different ballgame than Logic was. So,
yeah. I used the old Pro Tools many years ago. Back when I was with a lot of my taper buddies, we were going around to shows with our mics and everything, and doing bootlegs. For the artists that would allow us to do that. We were traveling around to festivals and recording all the sets and all that stuff. And then we eventually started getting video as well as the audio. And then we used Pro Tools to sync all of that up. And so, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pro Tools, I can see it's a pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie. Because, like, Logic is easy, okay? You plug your interface in and it just goes.
Right.
Pro Tools is complete opposite. You have to get it to go to your playback engine you want. There's a lot into it.
Yeah, there's definitely more functionality in Pro Tools. And, you know, for the professional world, it's definitely the benchmark. I would say the gold standard.
Yeah. So yeah, it's beneficial. It really is. But yeah, coming off that, I've kind of put it on hold a little bit. Didn't have internet for a week. It went out because of the storm. In fact, Wednesday after the last show, I lost internet.
Oh, wow.
So, but 3 days of it, I didn't worry about it because we had that festival this weekend. So,
yeah.
Other than that, we've been pretty good. I mean, it did really good. Not the turnout I expected.
Yeah.
I wanted bigger, I'm not gonna lie, but still, we raised $1,000 for OCVS.
Nice.
So you can't complain that.
Yeah, very good, very nice. Yes, OCVS, Operating Combat Veteran Suicide, is a very dear cause here with everyone in the organization here, with Love Noise, of course, with the Scene Projects and Midwest Original Music Organization. And we definitely want to raise awareness as much as we can for that. So I'm sure they really appreciate you doing all of that.
Jesus, I thought he was taking his shirt off for a second there. I was about to cut the stream off. This is a family show.
No, I was showing off my shirt.
He was going to show off that new tat that he posted on Facebook.
It's on my back. Hindsight's 2020 was not thought out.
Gotcha.
Kind of hard to reach where it is, so I can't treat it. So I have to go next door, have my aunt put lotion on it because I can't reach it.
Yeah. Well, very cool, man. Well, glad to hear everything went well with the festival and the event, and you raised some money for that. Sounds like you've got a lot going on, learning some new software as well. And yeah, that's really cool. If our listeners are not familiar with Pro Tools or Logic, I'm sure you could drop a comment here for Willie, and I'm sure he'd be happy to chat with you about it. And
if I know the answer.
What's that?
I said, if I know the answer.
Yeah.
If not, I can look it up. There's
right.
And
if you guys are not subscribed, please do so. Make sure to like and comment. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the show here. We'd love to also hear what kind of other topics and even other artists that you would like for us to feature on this as well. So make sure to comment your input below, and we do look at all of the comments and suggestions for everything.
Oh, yeah. I think Willie's got our third song here. We're actually going to have two special guests tonight. We're going to get a couple of brilliantly talented Iowa artists on. Lee Klett will be joining us from The Boys, my fellow Midwest Country Music Organization member. I know he brought home some awards, so we're going to cover a little bit of that. He actually just sung the national anthem at the Iowa Cubs game, I think, last night. So he's had a heck of a week himself. He's going to be dipping in here with us for a bit. And then my friend Cat Blue is also going to join us too. So really looking forward to everything happening here. This is going to be a really cool episode, kind of thrown together. We had a last minute cancellation, which happens sometime in the production world. Nothing we can do about it, but we make the best of it. And we sure did that today. I'm really grateful for Kat jumping in last minute, and also to Lee, who was out mowing just a few minutes ago. So
gotcha. Sounds good.
So yeah, we got a lot. I think we can jump into some music though. I got a few of Lee's songs. We're going to start there. Kat's sending me her music here very soon. So we're going to start off with a song by Lee Klett and my friend Jessica Luby as well. Okay. This song is called Four Letter Word.
Okay.
Tree wrapped in a heart, it was just you and me against the world when you were my girl.
In my hand we laughed until we cried, but the promises faded with all the lies, and those feelings just won't go away. Unlike the taillights of your love is a joke, it's a thief in the night, it'll steal your dreams and leads you to fight for your soul. It made a fool out of me. Love is a word that doesn't play fair, it'll wreck your world, and it just don't care where we chase, even though we crash and burn. I guess I never learned love's a four-letter word.
still drive by that old dirt lane where my truck broke down. On our first date, I cussed out loud, but you called me with a kiss. With a love like that, how'd we end up like this? Love is a joke, it's a thief in the night, and it'll steal your dreams and leaves you to fight for your soul. You made a fool out of me. Love is a game without any rules. Those three little words make you feel like a fool. It'll break your heart if you give it half a chance. I guess I'll never learn. Love's a four-letter word. We went from fire to ashes in the rain.
Now we only have ourselves to blame.
Love is a joke, it's a thief in the night. It'll steal your dreams and leaves you to fight for your soul. You made a fool out of me. Love is a word that doesn't play fair. It'll wreck your world, and it just don't care. It's what we chase, even though we crash and burn. I guess I'll never learn.
Whoa, whoa.
In case you hadn't heard,
Love's a four-letter word. Love's a four-letter word.
All right, that was Four-Letter Word by my guy Lee Klett and one of our good friends, Jessica Luby. There's the man himself.
How we doing,
What's
Bubba?
happening, buddy?
Oh,
I'm doing well, Lee. It's really good to see you, man. Wearing your Cubby blue. It was really awesome to see the videos today coming out. Shout out to Shanoa for sharing those and always being there to make you look good in every way. Nothing looks better than you out there singing my favorite song, wearing a Cubs jersey, buddy.
Oh, that was a little birthday present to myself. I bought that jersey. It's got Klett on the back of it. I bought that one last time when we went up to see Brad Morgan do the national anthem there at Wrigley. So,
yeah, talk about another one of our good friends singing the national anthem in front of a few more people for Brad's, but
yeah. And I talked to Brad about that right before he did. It's like, dude, how did you get this? Because I've auditioned for Chicago, and about every time I go, like they always have the same 3 or 4 people, or they've got a recording of somebody doing it. I'm like, dude, I'm right here. I'd have done it. Or like, and don't get me wrong. I think like the opera cop, the cop who sings the national anthem operatic style. I not saying anything wrong with him, but how about a little bit of variety? And I asked Brad how he managed to do that. He said he just had a friend said, "Hey, how would you like to do this?" He's like, "Yeah, okay." And he's like, "No, seriously, like let's do this." So like, sweet. It's like, okay, so I just need to have better friends.
Well, you got some of the best friends. Lee, you're a member of the Midwest Country Music Organization, a group of people that are very near and dear to both of our hearts. You were just there a few weeks ago. It's crazy that it's been that long already. You were there for the music awards. I wasn't able to travel this year. Money was a little tight, and it's a little bit farther from home being in La Crosse, Wisconsin, but looked like an absolutely beautiful venue. Obviously, we know the people were great, an even bigger crowd than what they were pulling at the Roof Garden Ballroom, which was a great venue for them, there in Okoboji at Arnold's Park. Tell me a little bit about the weekend, man.
Oh, it was crazy. Well, first off, get there Thursday, and we had our little members get together at a bowling alley. So, shenanigans we're having. It's a little bit tamer than the year before, where our Thursday night meetup was at an axe throwing place. So, I mean, they were throwing bowling balls instead of axes, but otherwise it was the same. You know, we got to catch up with people we hadn't been able to talk to in a little while. Made a few new friends. Some new members showed up. So it was awesome. And then Friday, of course, they had the summit, and they talked about, they had some radio DJs make some suggestions on when you're coming to towns that have radio stations, how to get in touch with the DJs and try to line up interviews and whatnot. You know, any kind of free advertising is always great. And then like they went over the whole AI thing, and don't get me started on that. It's a mixed bag for me. But anyway, so then we had the jam night, and that was wild. The place we were in was a little bit smaller than what we were in last year. I mean, it was trying to think of a polite way to say, there was very little breathing room. Like we were all stuck in there like sardines in a can. But it was a good time. Got to see a lot of great performances by a lot of musicians that I don't get to see all the time. And then obviously got to go up and do a couple of our own. And thankfully, Jessica and Christine were both there. So I got to do both those duets that we didn't get to do on the stage on Saturday. And then when we got done with our second song, I proposed. So now I'm engaged. And that was up to Friday.
Well, we'll cover more of the weekend. We'll cover the awards show. I think that's going to be its own clip and segment in here. Yeah. We're going to listen to some more music. But before we do that, I want to bring in my co-host, Brad Stewart and Wild Willie, who I know that you've met Willie at least on a little bit. Brad, I don't know if you've ever met my friend Lee in passing here online, but Lee, Brad.
Nice to meet you, Brad.
Nice to meet you, Lee.
And Willie, good to see you again.
You too, buddy. It's always good talking to you.
Yeah. I'll say there's congratulations for you. I don't know if I know I mentioned on Facebook, you know, congratulations on your awards there in Detroit. But I mean, well done, man.
I appreciate it. Bubba snagged some too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's modest.
Trying to be modest.
I know.
He's like,
he knows I don't need it, man. I don't need the flowers. I appreciate it though.
Yeah, congratulations on yours. You know.
Well, thank you. As a same thing. It wasn't anything that I felt like I needed. I needed to prove myself or anything like that, and it's just awesome to have a group of like-minded individuals, musicians. Feel the emotion that was put into the song. So and we're moved enough by it to vote for it, because there's 350 members of that organization now, voting members. And there was 10 songs in that category. So it was stacked.
Yeah. And a little bit different. Now, I know you had the Ambassador of the Year, award kind of bestowed upon you, but that's not one that's voted on, right? That's a committee that kind of chooses that. So this one I know feels a lot different, because we know a lot of these people that are out there, and to beat out, to beat out Corey Waller and the Wicked Things and anything at this point is a feat all its own.
Well, I mean, all those songs, I've listened to every one of those songs, and a lot of them live rent free in my brain. I'll point out Rachel Neal's "Am I a Cowgirl If I Cry?" That is a damn good song. And Aaron Simmons' "Lazy Boy," same thing, super good song. And then, every artist on that was in there for a reason. They're very talented songs and very talented songwriters.
It's pretty incredible. Brad, any questions for Lee kind of off the top here before we get into some more music?
Yeah, I'm curious to just kind of listen to the music, and maybe I'm sure I will have a lot of questions after that. Lee, you can let me know if you have any questions on my side of the business side of things, but I think let's listen to the track and we can kind of go from there.
Playing one of my favorite songs he does.
What's that?
Awesome. Well, what I'd like to do is we're going to listen to Pawn Shop Guitar, which was the winner of the song of the year, but we're going to save that one for last because that's what we always do here. But I don't know why you're flipping me off, Brad. I didn't do anything to you. I want to get to one you did with our good friend Christine Passig, who the musician of the year. It's just amazing how many people have been on the show in one form or another. Christine's been a guest on the Songwriter Showcase. Lee, you have as well. And now everyone kind of has this extra, moniker next to their name, right? It's pretty awesome to see that. Tell me a little bit about the song and the recording process with Christine. Did you guys get a chance to record this together in the studio?
Yes, and I'm very glad that she was. I recorded with Greg Huberty up in St. Cloud, and she's about 45 minutes from there in Buffalo. So she came down and spent the day with the recording, and I actually did all of my recording for that song before she got there. And I mean, it's a fairly simple song. It's easy to play. My part in it isn't really terrible hard. And we probably did the vocals 7 or 8 times. And Greg was happy with what we had. And then Christine breezes in and she did all of hers in one take. Like, it blew me away. She is such a professional. She is so good. And she's got such a powerful voice. And it made me like, I really wanted to be like, okay, well, let's just take my voice out of this and we'll just make this a Christine Passig song. Because she just blew away any expectations I had. And then, it was a really good time. And then she was there to help when Jessica showed up, because Jessica showed up the same day to do the recording, but she traveled all the way from Sturgis. So she had like an 8.5 hour drive, and I got us a gig for later afterwards, so we could kind of help with the gas money and everything, which is pretty much what we got paid. But I mean, she did 16 hours round trip driving to record that. But going back to this one, this is one of the few songs that I've released that I had a co-writer on. And it came from my fiance. She wrote a poem and then asked me if I could take the poem and turn it into a song. So I took what she wrote and I chopped it up into pieces and I pieced it back together into something that would flow for me. And I added some of my own spins on stuff to make it work. And it actually came together fairly simple. So that's her very first co-writing experience and her first co-writing credit. And then her first song was up for an award. So yeah, it was a really good time.
A way hotter start than any of us goofballs.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even know the first song I ever wrote and recorded. I know it's out there, but I don't play it anymore because it doesn't do me justice anymore. It was, it's not a bad song, but it doesn't have, I was more bro country and,
that's
the lyrics.
Brad's favorite, Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves the bro country.
I don't mind bro country, per se, but, the lyrics were kind of basically shoehorned in to fit the music, not the other way around. And it's not that I'm not proud of it. It's just not the level that I'm at now.
Yeah. It's funny looking back. I got stuff that I had recorded like a year previously. And by the time, a year had passed, I was playing with a different group of guys and the song sounded so much better live that I wasn't proud of what was on the record anymore. Right. I was like, well,
right.
Yeah, this is just kind of here now. And it was almost a demo version of what you just heard. Right. And I know that all my family still loved it and listened to it, but it wasn't something that I was ever like telling anyone about. which is a little sad. And that's probably something for me that I need to be more conscious of. Like, it's still worthy of being proud of. And in the moment, you did the best that you could do in the moment. But it's funny how that happens. Let's listen to this song. Shout out to Shanoa, the future Mrs. Klett. Or you taking Worthington? Oh, well, we'll get into that later. This is Never Sober Again. Is this The Boys, or is this another Lee Klett with
this is The Boys? Or everything I've released is The Boys. Even the one that I did, it's just me and an acoustic guitar. There is no Lee Klett on recording. I mean, I get credit for writing, but there is no Lee Klett name on any albums yet.
All right. Well, I'll go back and post and fix some of the other banners.
You're fine.
That's okay. This is Never Sober Again by The Boys featuring Christine Passig. You guys are going to love this one.
If I converted it right.
Well, I ain't had a drop to drink, but I'm getting drunk tonight. I haven't had a puff of smoke, but tonight I'm getting high. She's stronger than the moonshine that burns down deep inside. Getting lost inside those big brown eyes, and there ain't nowhere to hide. She's a double shot of whiskey that I'm always thirsty for. I'm flying high and falling hard, thinking three little words I've never said before. She's so intoxicating, you know I can't resist. If this is what love is, I may never be sober again.
Mama should've warned me about him, like she did about the drinking. 'Cause there ain't nothing in a bottle that's half the proof of being with him. I've been addicted since that first kiss. It's getting harder to deny. I'm diving in his deep blue eyes, getting pulled out with a tide.
She's a double shot of whiskey,
He's a double shot of whiskey
that I'm always thirsty for. I'm flying high and falling hard, thinking three little words I've never said before. She's so intoxicating,
He's so intoxicating,
you know I can't resist. If this is what love is, I may never be sober again. She's the one I wanna grow old with.
he's my favorite sin.
We may never be sober again.
Gosh, that's such a great song, Lee. Love
Thank
it.
you,
I
man.
love it even more knowing that Shanoa co-wrote it with you. I didn't know that before, so that's really cool. You guys get to kind of share this, and it's just so special when you have talented friends and loved ones like we do to be able to, share that love with the world through music. There's really just nothing better, man. That was beautiful.
Now, I had no idea that she was doing that either, that she was writing poetry. So I was taken back a little bit. I had no idea she had any desire to participate in my music other than through the socials and everything else that she does for me. So I was more than happy to have her. Well, hell, I mean, I wrote probably about half of that. But I mean, she gave me such a solid base for it. It was so easy to finish it. I think I probably had the thing done in about 2 hours. And I don't write fast. I'm one of the slowest writers you've probably ever met.
No, I know Willie. So you probably got him beat. Just kidding. That was an unnecessary shot. I'm sorry, Willie. You didn't deserve that. Thanks for tuning in. King Irvin Middleton Jr., guest last week on the show as well, an incredibly talented songwriter in his own right. He says, I like that.
Thank you, man.
Irvin, you would like everything that Lee does. You two would get along famously as well. Irvin's down in Tennessee, Murfreesboro area, I do believe. So,
oh, nice.
Next time you're down in Nashville, we'll have to get you two hooked up. Irvin was at the Midwest Talent Awards show in Detroit that we put together, performed there with his lovely wife, the goddess Sheena. And they were also part of the songwriter showcase that I did in Nashville. So, incredible, man. Yeah, we got to get you two hooked up. Some collaborations in the future.
I'll be down there on the 3rd and the 4th of next month.
Well, there you go. June 4th, you said?
3rd and 4th. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, Irvin. June 3rd and 4th. Lee will be down in Nashville. I'll get you guys connected through the network and on Facebook. We'll get you guys hooked up and see what you can pull together, man. Irvin and his wife are both incredibly talented songwriters and singers too. And I mean, that's what this is, right? And
right.
I was so inspired by what I saw with the Midwest Country Music Organization. I mean, that's why I started the Momo group, right? It started out as just a Facebook group where I could invite more of my friends that don't call themselves country, that wouldn't necessarily ever reach out into that group or feel like they had a home, even though, and I say it all the time, even though they would be more than welcome, right?
Right.
You know, we would never shut them out, but I wanted something that was a little more open to anyone from any genre, and Irvin's one of those people that, you know, R&B, soul music, and you know, I'm so grateful. The Momo group's over 1,000 people strong now. It's crazy to
awesome.
Look at it and to be like, man, and anytime I put a post up in there, it's always someone that like I don't know that's commenting on it, like, oh, I want to be a part of this. And it's like, this is so far beyond, like, it's not. It started out as it was like me, you, and Sam, right? Like it was the three of us and some of my friends from Western South Dakota. And now it's all these artists from all over the world, really, that are dipping in and collaborating together. And I mean, that's really the beauty of these organizations like the Midwest CMO, like the Momo, and the Midwest Talent Awards are becoming that on their own and bringing all these different communities together and finding common ground in the one thing that we all love, and that's making music.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't like being put into a box to be like, oh, he's a country musician. Like I started off writing hard rock. I have a song, God, I don't know if there's a recording of it anywhere, and if there is, I'll deny it. It was me. I won't name the band. But I had a song about bondage. That was one of the first ones I ever wrote. And then my brother's written a song. Somebody said he couldn't write a punk rock song. So he wrote a song, and it sounds an awful lot like Blink 182. So I think it's fun to genre draw or jump.
No doubt. And I've always had a hard time putting a finger on what to call my music. I used to call it rockabilly reggae funk. And that was too much of a mouthful trying to say in the bar after too many. I just call it modern gypsy rock now, which I think gives enough of a clue. Like, oh, you're gonna get a little bit of everything. Oh, Danielle jumping in the chat here, Lee. She says hello. Actually, she yelled, Lee.
I saw some congratulations are in order for her as well. Just graduated from college. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, still finishing up some summer classes, so it doesn't quite feel like she's graduated yet, but she got to walk across the stage in front of, me and the kids, and her mom and dad came up to it, and all three of her and her two siblings, they all graduated from college, but none of them ever went to their graduation and actually walked across the stage. So it was really cool for her this time, where I think it meant a lot more. You weren't going to school because someone was like, oh, that's what you have to do. This was because she landed in a situation and had an incredible opportunity through the teacher apprentice program, right? To step into something that she really wanted to do. And I think it means so much more to her now. Graduated with a double major and a minor and some extra certifications on top of it too. It's unreal. I hope that you can just float one over to me so I have something to hang on the wall.
Just watching her journey the last couple of years that I've known her, and all the work that she's put in. I mean, it's inspiring. I mean, you don't have to give up because you've got kids, or you don't have to give up because you're over 30. You're not just stuck at what you're doing. You can always improve yourself.
You don't have to give up because you're married to this. Your life's not over when this happens to you.
We'll pray for her, Bubba.
Yeah.
I hope you do every night.
She needs it nightly, daily, triple times a day.
She's even said it's about you. So
she's talking to Lee.
Yeah, I keep telling Chanel, I keep asking her if she's sure she wants to do this for the same reasons. I said, because I'm a musician, I'm never going to grow up. Like, you can't change me. Or, no, she's happy with where she's okay. Hard to argue with her. I was
going to say something about this too. She's not over 30 yet. And I know you weren't directing that at her. You were directing it more at us. I know, but
oh, no. I'll be 46 this month, so I was aiming at that myself. Like,
hey, I just joined the 40 club myself, Lee.
Oh, congratulations!
Bunch of young.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what we say at this age, but take it.
It's all downhill from here.
It's been downhill for a while. No, I'm just kidding. It really it's really been a blessing to meet Danielle, and it changed my whole life, man. Having a woman that believes in you and what you want to do and isn't trying to break that down. And, she's had some things to say about my music career, but it's mostly like either the guys I was playing with or the shows that I was taking. And but it's never been, you shouldn't be doing this.
Or your music sucks. Just kidding.
Well, that's why I had to write the song for her, so she couldn't do that.
I say it's awesome to have a woman in my life, same as you, that is supportive of my music, of my thing. When I say, hey, I want to go, or we're playing in Wisconsin this weekend, and she's all for it. And then the very next day we're traveling down to Kansas City, and or tomorrow I've got a show, and I'm going up early because some friends of mine are close by. I'm going to sneak in and surprise them. I won't name any or name drops, but you've already named one of those musicians earlier, and they're hard to beat in any kind of award show. So is their opener too.
Anytime they get within about a 3-hour radius of me too. So we got some great bands, some talented folks that we get to call friends. And I think, Lee, for both of us, it's actually more about that.
Lee's your talented friend, just kidding.
It's more about that, I think, at our age. Like, I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I mean, I hardly ever play music anymore, but I still get to do some really incredible things in the music industry. I was at the Josie Music Awards, which I know you guys are nominated now for your song. Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you. I'm waiting for the rest of the nominations to drop. It's a painful process waiting on those.
Well, I think there's going to be a few more in store for you and hopefully some big wins. I hope to be back there at the Grand Ole Opry again this year. It was a great weekend. Lee, have you ever been to the Josies before?
This is the first time we've submitted for them. So
incredible experience, and got to be there up with some fellow Midwest CMO members last year. Obviously, Jessica was there. Her dad actually helped me move the tour bus I was up there in after the awards show. We had to move it so it wouldn't get towed. So shout out to Papa Luby helping out there. But the other friend, Alyssa Ruffin, was there, and it was just so great to meet Belle Modine. I got to shout out Belle. She's such a sweetheart and such a young, talented young lady that just a really incredible experience, man. And I hope you guys go to Nashville and just soak it in the entire weekend, much like the Midwest CMO awards weekend is it's not just about that night at the awards show. It's about the whole thing, the networking, the camaraderie. I got to see Tyler Herwig there and sat next to him and his beautiful wife, May, and to share these moments. And some of our friends won, right? And getting to be there to celebrate that for me, Jasmine Kane was there. She was performing that night. I've known Jasmine for decades of playing music around, and a huge shout out. Anybody who's listening to this right now, look up Jasmine on Facebook. They just had a catastrophic breakdown with their truck. She's feeling low right now. She's got a GoFundMe. So not a GoFundMe, but she's just doing it through her Venmo. They need some help right now. So a chance to shout her out. She's been a guest on the show multiple times. I've been a fan of hers since I was not even old enough to get in a bar and been watching her play music. So just the family, the camaraderie of musicians and songwriters is just, it's unbeatable, man. It's unbeatable. And I'm so fortunate to get to do what I do.
Agreed. We're fortunate enough to have a tight-knit community, and it is awesome the way that our friends will go out of their way for one another.
Lee, I didn't properly introduce Brad. Brad has been a manager and booking agent and all things, behind the scenes for everyone in Nashville for the better part of 2 decades. He's also the founder of Music Mogul AI, which is, a de facto sponsor of the show since he's here with us every week. So I kind of want to give him a minute to kind of tell you about what Music Mogul AI is. And then if you have any questions about the industry, feel free to ask in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's essentially a software that I originally started to create it to help me run my agency more efficiently and effectively coming out of COVID. And what I needed in a software just didn't exist. And it still doesn't really to this day. So I had to kind of be the change that I wanted to see in the world, and decided to make that plunge into the software business. And I knew that it was going to work for my company and for my agency, but along the way, I really got to the point where I just realized when you step back and you look at the numbers underneath the hood as a business manager and as a booking agent and an agency owner, and I know what the numbers look like for the artist underneath the hood for them too, no one is winning. The numbers are not very pretty for any party involved until you reach like that, at least like $300,000 to $500,000 a year level in your career. The economies of scale just don't work for you as an independent artist. Once you get over that point, then you've kind of already made it and you have all the tools at your disposal and the human resources at your disposal. But the problem in the industry is that it's designed not to help independent artists. And that's my lane. And that's what I've been doing very passionately and been advocating for 20 years. My lane has always been taking artists from that, regional level to that national and international level, usually within a year or two. But I have taken some from zero all the way to Grammy winners. So that has always been my passion. But what I got really tired of was turning down extremely talented artists, because it has nothing to do with their talent necessarily. Most of the most talented bands I've ever come across were not at even $200,000 a year. So it's not their talent. It's that they don't have the systems and the infrastructure or the guidance to put all those pieces to the puzzle together. And that is what is needed in the marketplace more than anything, in my opinion. So as I was building out the software, I said, this is great for me, and I know it's going to work for my agency. But what would be even better is if I could give this to independent artists, and I could give them my database and my workflows and connect all of the dots across booking, marketing, and management all into one dashboard. And so most of the software out there today, they just do booking, they just do marketing, or they just do management. And all of this stuff is disconnected, and none of it's talking to each other. None of them are leveraging AI anyway. They're basically just CRMs that help you organize everything. And that just doesn't work. I can tell you, I've been doing this manually, the analog way, for over 20 years. And if I've been the glue that has held all that stuff together for my clients. And it's still very time intensive. And most of the time, if you don't have a manager that's the glue holding all that stuff together, then everything is operating in silos, and the left hand of your business just doesn't know what the right hand is doing. And that is, again, extremely inefficient and ineffective. So what I did was I created this software to do the booking, the marketing, and the management functions for independent artists at an affordable rate. And this is a human in the loop model. So this doesn't just send out a bunch of bot spammy emails and everything. You actually get to approve all of the activity across all agents and modules inside of it. We wanted to make sure that the artist, that your voice and your tone and your everything and all that is accurate and how you want it to go out. So it does a lot of that heavy lifting, but you still get to approve it, just as if I was your booking agent and you and I had a call once or twice a week and I went over all the offers and everything with you and we decided how to respond. You can now do all that from your laptop, and it doesn't play favorites with other bands on a roster. It just works for you and your band, which in that sense in itself is huge. But we don't just start with the software and say, here's the software, good luck, and we hope it works for you. We actually offer consulting and mentorship services as that human element in addition to that infrastructure of the software. And for me, that is the future of the music business, is giving artists the tools and the infrastructure that they need in a software that's on a subscription-based model. And then we provide that human element for, the artist and repertoire development, the strategic partnerships, publishing, and just kind of an as-needed advisor as you go throughout your career. So once you get to that $200,000 or $300,000 level, then we can look at that done-for-you service, which is that traditional agency model. But we've now already built trust and a relationship with you. We've helped you organize your infrastructure. We've helped you organize your data. We have clarity with all of that. And it definitely makes sense for us to possibly look at taking you on our roster for Mogul Talent Group. But if you want to take your data and give that to another agency, then you can do that. And you can decide whether or not that is right for you. But we really have, a do-it-yourself model, which is just the software. You jump into it and you're off to the races. We have a done-with-you model, which is the software with the consulting and or the mentorship. And then we have a done-for-you model for the more advanced artists that are a little further in their career. So
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, Lee, and I know you know how much work goes into all the booking because you do all of your own booking, and really you've been a one-man show for a long time. I know Shanoa helps a lot with the social media stuff and on that side now, but I mean, you've been doing this a long time, man. Talk about some of the challenges that you've faced over the years of booking, and you just do music at this point, don't you?
Yeah, I solely live off of what I do for music. So, and I'm telling you, I thought I was going to struggle financially when I first started, and I realized that I actually make better money without making somebody else rich working in before I was doing solely music, I was working in a factory, and I was sweating my butt off working 70 hours a week, building machines so somebody else could line their pockets with millions of dollars.
Man, I know that story all too well.
Oh, I can imagine. But I went from, making $50,000-$60,000 a year. And I mean, Uncle Sam doesn't need to know everything. I make better than that now. And I was, just went from to trust in myself and building that reputation. And it's every year it gets a little bit better. I've been bringing the amount of shows down a little bit, but the shows that I have are higher paying, and it's awesome. I'm not in that $300,000 range yet, but that does sound awesome.
We can get you there, Lee. That's the point.
Yeah.
Is to take the people that have the drive like you do, that are out there already making, 70, 80 a year. And granted, you're having to pay for your own health insurance. So you're probably, at the end of the day, you're probably bringing home a little bit more than you were at the factory. But the fact of the matter is that you are your boss now, right? You are working for you, and you get to go out. And I know for us that it's the experiences that we get to have. You're not tied to that. For me, it was a welding table, right? I'm tied and welding on this stupid machine or this stupid trailer all day, sweating my balls off, and being told that you're going to come in and work on Saturday, and I don't care if you're missing your kid's ball game, to being like, no, now that I know my schedule, I can plan the rest of my work life around the things that I really want to do. And sometimes you get to do some extra bonus things on top of that, because you're like, hey, I want to play in Chicago, and the Cubs are in town that weekend, right?
I was literally just going to say, we were at the Cubs game last night, and I said we had to go down to Kansas City on Monday. I'm like, is Kansas City playing on Monday? Are they playing in Kansas City? Let's go catch the Royals. And then we bought tickets today. So Monday I'm going to go see the Royals and the Yankees.
Maybe they need someone to sing the anthem. You never know.
Right? I have to reach out. I'll say, I just want to see the Yankees get beat. Shanoa is a Royals fan, so we're gonna be rooting on the Royals.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah, Lee, I will tell you from experience, and I know that you've done it with the Iowa Cubs. It's not much different, man. It's these marketing departments. It's these things. I highly suggest to you, because I've seen the success of this. Next week, B mentioned it before in the comments. We're going to be living out a dream next week. He's referencing that we're going to be covering the Minnesota Vikings charity softball game for the Adam Thielen Foundation up at CHS Field. And we have media credentials. And honestly, that has come through the relationships that I have built on the platform LinkedIn. So I would highly suggest that any artist that's out there, get on LinkedIn. That's where business people are. Not just founders and owners, but all of these marketing departments, all of these people that are out there. They're not hanging out on Facebook and Instagram, right? They're hanging out on LinkedIn. They're there. Go build yourself a nice profile. Start connecting. I don't have a lot of followers over there. Turns out I don't need them. What I have is a very clean profile that shows the things that I've done. You bet your butt that the content creator of the year is in that tagline up front. And I'll tell you what, man, leading with that stuff matters. And that's why, kind of circling back to the award shows and everything, we might not do it for the awards, but I'll tell you what, they help. Ask Jordan Bean. go ask Corey and his band and see how much it's helping them when they go to book a show. It's about separating you from the noise of everyone else that's out there. What makes you special? What makes you different? Well, I got this trophy, right? I got one of these. Does that matter to me? No, it sits here, right? Like, but to other people, they go, oh, I don't have one of those. So maybe we should book you. And then maybe we should pay you a little bit more than we pay the other guys.
Hey,
I mean, even the nominations.
I've used it since Detroit. This is the first year I probably have more festivals than I've ever had, just because when I contact these people that it's either getting ready to do a festival, I throw it out there that I'm, sound engineer of the year. And they're like, oh, are you? I'm like, yeah. So,
and you alluded to it right there, Lee. The nomination matters as well. Like, even if you don't win these things, it matters. It separates you.
Yeah.
And maybe, Brad, maybe you can chime in here from the side of the management side. Are you, if somebody, you have two artists, right? And musically, they're the same, right? Say you got Lee and his twin brother, Adam, and they look alike. They sound alike. I mean, I would say Lee looks a little bit better, but that's because Adam's not here. But it's the beard, right? But all things created equal, one has an award and a couple of nominations, and the other person, because of whatever reason, maybe they never put their name in a hat, right? They never even tried for some of those things. Is there a difference between those two if the music is created equal? And you're on mute, by the way.
The truth is that it's a bullet point in the press, in the EPK. That's really what it is. If you got it in a certain market, it might help you more in that market, but it's strictly a promo bullet point.
Can you put yourself into a booker's shoes, I guess, and to say if you were in the booker's position, is there one that you're going over, or is it the booker that, the music matters the most over everything? Because ultimately it's a marketing tactic as well. They're going to be selling that to their people to say, hey, we got this guy that had the song of the year this year, rather than we got this, Joe Schmo who sounds and looks just like him, but doesn't have that.
It's an angle, for the promo. That's, it's always good to have, bullets in the gun, so to speak, to be able to fire that stuff off when you're doing your promo. From a talent buyer perspective, they want who's going to sell the most tickets. They really could care less whether you won an award or not. They just want to know who has sold the most tickets previously. So
another point. Say
comes back to data.
One of the highlights of this year so far. The week after the award show, we opened up for Chris Cagle about 2 hours from home, and the promoter who hired us had us play their auxiliary stage a few years ago. And the reason that they bumped us up to main stage this year was because while we were on the auxiliary stage, they sold more beer than they've sold at any other event. So they brought us in because we didn't sell more tickets, we sold more beer.
Right. Well, and that matters. It does.
Yeah, with the markup on that, I know what a can of beer costs. Most of those events, and the markup is astronomical. They probably made more money off of beer than they do off tickets.
Most events do. I have consulted with a number of concert series and festivals and even venues as well. Most of them do make their money off of concessions. That is the ultimate driver for revenue for them. Ticket sales are kind of a means to an end. They may make a little bit depending on how well they negotiate or how good, they get an artist for routing and, that kind of stuff. that's where a talent buyer really shows their worth, is getting bands that are routed close by and that they can get for cheaper than flying people in and doing all that, kind of stuff. But yeah, the concessions do matter. And that is definitely a point of leverage that every band can use, but you got to have people there to buy the alcohol or the concessions and everything. So it's a 50-50, I would say, for most talent buyers and organizations. They want to see both, and whenever they can get hard ticket sales history as well as an idea of what your crowd is like as far as drinkability goes.
Oh yeah.
Lesson for you young artists out there: bring your friends that drink a lot of beer.
That's right.
It does not
I
hurt
got
at
some
all.
family members I'll loan you.
We should start selling a crowd. That's what we should start doing.
That's
like,
right.
hey,
Crowd
we'll
in a
bring
box.
bus full of them with us to your show. You bring the Scene Projects in, and this is what we bring to the table. We got the Scene Projects bus full of beer drinkers.
Yeah, we just have like 1,000 or 200 people, per show. We'll bring, if you give us an extra $1,000 on the guarantee, we'll bring 200 more people that'll be sure to buy you out of all of your Jack Daniels or something.
I got plenty of friends that ain't doing nothing on the weekend, right, Lee?
Exactly. I mean,
I got plenty of family that would be like a concert. I'm game. Is there beer?
I say, if you're talking about running them out of Jack Daniels, all I got to do is bring my drummer.
Well, they're good for that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Most drummers are.
Well, Lee, I don't want to keep you too long tonight. I know you've had a long day out there mowing and taking care of the lawn. So would love to get you out of here with the song of the year. I'm so damn proud of you, man. I'm proud of this song. It brought me to tears first time you played it for me a few years ago at the Songwriter Showcase. I'm not surprised at all this year that it won Song of the Year whatsoever.
made me cry on my show with it.
It's
thanks, guys.
I don't know if you want to share a little bit before we listen to the song and kind of tell us what it's all about.
I can do that. So first I'll throw out there that I never really intended to put this song out there. It's the most personal thing I've ever written. And I was pushed by some of my son's friends and some family to record it. And I decided when I did record it that I was just going to do it acoustic, so I could keep it as raw as possible. So I wrote this song about a year after my son was killed in a car accident. And the song is more or less about how I deal with grief. If I'm having a bad day, I can come home, pick up my guitar and play some Skynyrd, or like if I belt out Simple Man, it's hard to be in a bad mood after you get done with that. Or I can play something silly or whatever. I can change my mood with music. I can bring myself back to even. And if I just need anything, music's there for me. So I wrote this song, and the first two verses are, they're made up. None of it's true. The story's true, but none of it actually happened to me. And then the third verse, of course, I wrote everything in that verse happened. And it's 100% true. And the whole thing is just literally me pouring my heart out the best way I know how, with music.
Well, this is the Midwest Country Music Organization Song of the Year. This is Pawn Shop Guitar.
Found her there on a pawn shop wall between Ibanez and Epiphone, covered in dust. She only had 4 strings. I took her home and I cleaned her up, bought new strings, straightened her truss. She wasn't pretty, but she was beautiful to me. She's gotten me through thick and thin, every situation I've been in. She don't take the hurt, just lets it out. Her Skinner, Cash, Whalen, and Combs. She leaves scars but heals my bones. Without her I'd be gone. This pawn shop guitar saved my life. She was there when I couldn't sleep. Somewhere inside there was a melody that needed to be played, needed me to hear. She was there the day that I met my wife, and I know damn well she caught her eye, 'cause she didn't fall in love with just me. She's gotten me through thick and thin, every situation I've been in. She don't take the hurt, just lets it out. Her Skinner, Cash, Whalen, and Combs. She leaves scars but heals my bones. Without her I'd be gone. This pawn shop guitar saved my life. The day my son died, I tried to make a deal with the devil. Take me instead, he's only 21. And I've had low days, I didn't want to live with a grief. But somehow, this guitar keeps me breathing. She's gotten me through thick and thin, every situation I've been in. She don't take the hurt, just lets it out. Through Skinner, Cash, Whalen, and Combs. She leaves scars but heals my bones. Without her I'd be gone. This pawn shop guitar saved my life. Pawn shop guitar saved my life. Saved my life.
Pretty hard not to get emotional there, Lee. You've played that for me a couple of times live. I almost forgot about the time we got to spend together in Fort Dodge, and what an awesome day that was as well. I got to get a hold of Tollef and pay him for that footage so we can release all that stuff. I've been on a holy tear, just filming and forgetting about releasing. Got so much stuff that's sitting on hard drives all over the damn country, and
I can only imagine
that one is it. Congratulations. And
thank you.
You know, no father, no parent ever wants to go through what you've gone through. Just today we've actually lost a couple of friends, and pretty emotional. I know Danielle listening to that is feeling it too.
I'm grateful for the 21 years that I got. The last 6 have been hard, but I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's not easy. You're right. Actually, I was out. He's got a little memorial out where he wrecked his truck. And I went out there today and cleaned it up and put some new mulch down. And I ordered a replica the award, the glass you got behind you. I ordered one for him and left it out there today. So yeah, that was one of the things I was mowing. That was actually the last place I mowed today. So
Nice.
Well, I love you, Lee. I got so much respect for you as a man and as a father, as a friend. You've meant so much to me in the short time that we've known each other. I'm very grateful that you were able to jump on at the last minute today to share this. I'm really grateful that we caught you on a day that you did do exactly what you did and cleaned it up and got to go take that award out to your boy and to spend that moment with him. And I know he's so damn proud of the man that you are as well. And I'm very grateful to have you in my life, Lee. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You probably ought to be a little bit more grateful that you're not, or you can't smell me right now, because I'm probably a little ripe.
That's why we do these things remotely.
Well, Lee, I think you're like an 8.5 hour drive. I wasn't going to make that today.
No, but you've come out to Sioux Falls and hung out with me. And I was looking at the pictures actually today, and maybe I can find one real quick as you guys say goodbye to Lee as well, and we can let him get a shower in. But I'm going to find a picture of us on that day real quick to share.
But
I'm about 60 pounds lighter than I was in that picture.
But Lee, I told you on that day we did our interview, buddy, it was such an incredible song. And I mean what I said then. If you're ever in Missouri and you need a sound guy, you just let me know.
Amen, man. We're working on getting some stuff done down in the Kearney and Kansas City areas, I think. Nothing on the books just yet, but working on it.
Well, let me know so I can make sure that day's cleared for you.
Good. That's a good picture. Will do, Willie. And Brad, it was awesome to meet you, and I'll have to touch base with you. Find me on socials or whatever, and we'll hook up so I can figure out your AI thing.
Okay. Yeah. We put the link in the comments, and then I can even just put my LinkedIn page in the comments as well. And if any of you guys want to reach out, or you want to set up a discovery call, or I'd be happy to do a free discovery call to help anybody and to discuss your situation.
Appreciate you, Brad, and thank you, Irvin. I saw your comment there. Appreciate that, man. Yeah,
this is the coolest I've ever looked with a guitar in my hand. Was this moment. I'm so grateful for your friendship and for your music. And I'm really glad that today of all days that it worked out the way it did to have you on. It's always good to see you. I can't wait to get together with you again. Hopefully we get a chance to play some music. Safe travel to you heading down south. Enjoy the game. Give a big hug to your lovely fiance. And of course, a big congratulations to her, or I'm sorry. I'm not really sure which one. For her.
I'm not sure either.
I think it's a congratulations to him and I'm a sorry to her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
more or less
is a lovely individual, and I know that she's so damn proud of you too. I was really excited to see her nominated as well this year. Just really, really cool things out there happening to all of our friends, and we just keep growing and getting better at what we're doing. And this show continues to evolve and to be a community builder, right? Yeah, it's about us, sharing your songs out there, but you made a new friend in Irvin who maybe becomes a future collaborator. You got to meet Brad and Willie, and that's really what this is about. So, Lee, thanks for spending some time with us tonight, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great night.
You as well. Nice to meet you, Lee.
That was Lee Klett. I am Bubba Starts. You got Wild Willie in there and Brad Stewart. This has been Love Noise, guys. We will see you next Wednesday with another new artist. I think we got Jenna Kay coming on tomorrow or next week, and that's going to be another great one. So you guys be good. Make sure you're checking out Music Mogul AI. online. Go check out Lee Klett and the Boys. You can find their music under The Boys. We had our friend Jessica Luby, who also performed with Lee on this, Christine Passig, a lot of these people. You can find a lot of these artists and their episodes on thesceneprojects.com. We have an artist section where all of the featured artists that have been a part of this, not all of them, but a lot of them, definitely my list of favorites. That's about 17 pages long. You can go find all of them and connect with them, and really grateful. So you guys have a great night. Brad, Willie, as always, great to have you guys. Really, really grateful for you guys as well. And yeah, be good, everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Good to see everybody. See you soon.